When Super Mario Advance was released for the Game Boy Advance, this is how the colors looked, but thanks to the ROM hacking community, Super Mario Advance can now be played in its proper colors of how it would have looked on the Super Nintendo. So for this video, I'm going to take a little bit of a deep dive and take a look at the results. So, let's get right into it. What is going on, everybody? This is Dylan of DSL Media, and today I am going to be taking a look at, well, another classic game mod. A game mod that I thought is a very interesting one. It's actually one that I've known about, well, really for a while, and this is a mod of Super Mario Advance. Now, you might look at it and think, well, this basically is just Super Mario Advance, but it isn't just Super Mario Advance. This is a color mod that restores Super Mario Advance to how it would look on the Super Nintendo. Cause, here's a little bit of backstory with Game Boy Advance, history. So, Super Mario Advance, as you know, is a Game Boy Advance re-release of Super Mario Bros. 2. It uses the 16-bit version, the 16-bit version of the Super Mario All-Stars remake. However, when it was released for the Game Boy Advance, it used a very overexposed color palette. Like, the colors are more overexposed than how it was in the original game. And the reason why that is because of the lack of a backlit screen for the Game Boy Advance. Nintendo was trying to compensate for that by having the colors turn out to be as bright as possible. I think they ended that practice when they got to Yoshi's Island, where they now started to have the more proper colors than how it was on the Super Nintendo, likely because that was after the Game Boy Advance SP was released. But the first two games, both Super Mario Advance 1 and 2, use the overexposed colors, and this color mod restores them back to how it would have looked on the Super Nintendo. Now, this color mod also fixes Mario Brothers to how it looked in the original Super Nintendo colors. I'll actually start that up for a minute. I'm not going to show off the full Mario Brothers game, since, well, I actually was saving that for the Sunday Game Nights video, because I, during that, was playing this color mod that was applied to that run of Mario Brothers, and so, I'll just go back here, and, by the way, if you want to check out that Sunday Game Nights video, I'll have it linked in the description below. I was playing it with a few others. We did 4-player Mario Brothers, and and let me tell you, it was one hell of a battle. There's also one match that we're doing of battle mode, which, is not released as of the moment that this video was released. But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna take a look at Super Mario Advance proper. In other words, we're taking a look at the Super Mario Bros. 2 portion of it. So here I am playing as good old Luigi. And yeah, if you can look at this here, this is the game that restores it to the original Super Nintendo colors. Yeah, everything is presented in how it would have looked on the Super Nintendo, even in this area. Like, I'm sure if you play this on Super Mario All-Stars, you might recognize this, because that's how it would have looked on the Super Nintendo original. I mean, there is, of course, the screen crunch, which is, kind of compensating for, oh, and there's the Yoshi egg! Gotta pick that up. Which, yeah, and then there's of course, the extra games, where you pick up the Yoshi eggs. That was, of course, a feature that was carried over from Super Mario Bros. Deluxe that was released on the Game Boy Color. This game basically was the successor to Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the Game Boy Color. So, yeah, anyway, so here we are. Good old World 1-1. And here, you know, I'm just exploring. Just growing my vegetables over at the Shy Guys. And, yeah. Yeah, so this is... You know, and I might even show a little bit of footage from the original game, or the original version of Super Mario Advance, just to kind of get a little bit of a comparison. Also, I'm not really all that good at getting that 1-up mushroom. And, well, first I'm going to get out this big mushroom, or this big, vegetable, I mean to say. Because that was one of the things that that they were really experimenting on with this game, is how basically they're trying to show off the Game Boy Advance's sprite enlargements, so to speak. Its use of like more bigger sprites than how it would be with the Game Boy Color. Like they were showing off like the capabilities of scaled sprites and whatnot. So, yeah, and also fitting a lot of sprites on screen, and oh my god, I always keep forgetting that Birdo talks in this game. Like, that's just one of those things that I noticed when going back to this game, and I always forget this detail, too. That, yeah, Birdo, she actually talks in this game. Or he, or whoever, Birdo, yeah. Anyway, okay, and so yeah, anyway, so I was completing, so this is the first part of the Yoshi challenge. I'm not gonna do the whole Yoshi challenge, in this run. I'm basically just, you know, showing off a little bit of how this color model works, how it looks, and how it looks in, all of the levels of Mario Advance. I think I'll do a snow level this time around. Yeah, World 4-1, because I wanted to show, you know, basically this color mod, and yeah, you know, how close it looks to the, All-Stars version. Yep, so here we have the ice level. Definitely looks like the All-Stars version, and yeah, and even playing it on the Analog Pocket, which is where I'm recording this right now, and the system I'm running this on, yeah, it kind of feels like I'm partially... Doesn't feel exactly like running the Super Nintendo original, but it does feel a bit like, you know, I'm running a 16-bit game. Of course, you know there's still the cut down stuff that they had to cut down from the Game Boy Advance hardware, because, you know, you also had a smaller screen to work with. So yeah, but I do think this looks good. I think this is a good-looking color mod, and if you ever want to re-experience Super Mario Advance, then this is part of the way to do it. A good way to do it. And same also goes with the Mario Bros. Arcade game as well. So anyway, I'm going to save and quit this. And you know, maybe I'll go to one other level. Let's see, what are some other levels I can do? Maybe I'll try... let's see, actually, I think for this one, I'll play as Peach! Peaches. Okay, yeah. Those who have seen that movie may have understood that reference. Actually, this isn't the level I wanted to show off. I think, let's see, which is one of the more nighttime desert type of levels? Well, this is not a nighttime desert level, but okay. I suppose I can go with that. So, yeah, this right here is, this right here is World 2-2, and yep, looks like how it will. Yep, looks like the Super Nintendo game. How it looks in the original Super Nintendo game. So, yeah, you know, like, basically I made this video to kind of, like, just give, like, a little bit of look on this color mod. It's nothing too much, but it's good if you want to re-experience Super Mario Advance again. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and, well, actually, I think I'm going to transition to the end card. What do you think of this color mod? Are you interested in trying it out? And would you be willing to experience Super Mario Advance in this way? Let me know in the comments below, and subscribe to DSL Media for more content. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.